What is 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 good, y'all? Take the post down first of all, because if I take the post down, this gives me more time, but yeah, so alright, I'm streaming, so let's just start it. Sure. What's up, bro? Byakuya, what about the Genocide Jack case fam? Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. I'm not reading all those names. I'm still not reading all those names, but one thing was perfectly clear as I read. All the killers' countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. At the end of the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Oh god, there's another page! Profiling results. All the panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it is unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may be potentially suffered from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality, like the thing you see on TV, and my volume's too loud? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel my mind going... It's going now.
Let's go.
Alright, we should be going soon. Oh, where are we going? Anyway, but here, we finished our business here, haven't we? Byakuya! Wait! Seiju Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with
Come
you.
on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Goodbye. Jeez, asshole, I forgot how much of a dick you are. It's been like, what, like 7 days and he's still a dick? Genocide Jack, he's the one who killed Chihiro. That murderous fiend is one of us? But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might come up with some info, might be useful while I'm at it. I need to find everything I can. I need to go back to the locker room where Chihiro's dead. Really? Wait, did she? She refused to tell me. It was like a girl's bully the boys she likes, right? Where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time not there. Oh, okay. You're useless, you feel me? Then I guess I have to go to the warehouse and talk to Celeste. I have to talk to everybody again, so...
Damn.
Chio's present was here. Especially weak, her body is so... To kids are helpless beings unforgivable. What wretched beast to do to such a thing? I can't forgive this. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking...
However,
I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing to need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. One piece? You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, our handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. I'll take another. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's simply worth worrying about. Said thoroughly, but I know my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope is used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Wait, so this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury is a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of being suspended in the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. Seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files, something's not quite right. Does this all mean... Sure the rope that was used and figure out a certain place I have to revisit to look at it over again. Oh, this is the extension... Wait, no, wait. Is Byakuya the murderer? Did Byakuya murder Chihiro? Because this is the extension cord that he uses for the library. Dude, did Byakuya actually kill? No, there's no way. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger? Yeah, I do remember. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. Where'd it come from? Do I have to investigate everything again? On the dumbbell on the floor, the Monokuma file said it was a fatal injury caused by a blow to the head. This dumbbell must be the murder weapon. Okay, and then did I check the blood on the carpet? Bloodstain on the carpet. It could only have caused by Chihiro's murderer. Friggin' sweet. The poster. The girls' locker room doesn't seem like the place to find this. The word bloodlust written on the wall in blood, just like all those other Genocide Jack cases. In every scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. What am I? Oh, I can leave. Oh, I didn't know I could leave. Okay. I thought I was trapped there. But, alright. Let's go to the boys. Somebody shit on the carpet, dude. What the fuck? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Huh? This poster. A popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Oh wait, but that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a picture of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, what's the reason anyone would have... Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about locker rooms. Who the fuck knows about locker room? Oh, Sakura, Asahina. Yeah. Is there anything else in here? No, okay. It's the pool. I mean, I don't think there would be anything in the pool, so I'm not gonna go in the pool. Oh, I still can't leave. Fuck. You know about gyms, right? You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes he and I use it together. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid attention to the posters. I see, but there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and I down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain had disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Okay, so... What, the rooms were switched? Okay, now I can leave. Okay. So, what I'm getting at is that the rooms were switched. And... But why were the rooms switched? Oh, wait, no, I have to go to the library. I have to look at the lamp with the extension cord that Byakuya used. If Byakuya did the murder, how did he get into the girls' locker room though? That's stupid. He can't. There's a thick layer of dust on top of this desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here? Guess not. Or maybe it's the fucking desk lamp, I don't fucking know. The lamp won't turn on. Oh, see, it's not plugged in. The lamp cord isn't long enough to reach that outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right there. That's right, Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Yeah, if Byakuya did it, how'd he get into the girls'... I'm so confused. How'd he get into the girls' locker room if... This is fucking weird. Desk lamp, Byakuya grabbed the one from over here. It sure is dark over here. The blue box is empty. The extension cord was in it before. Take me into the secret can. Or not. Okay. What else is there in the library to me to look at? Oh, I can leave. Why the fuck would it not? Whatever. Whatever. I need to go talk to Celeste in the fucking warehouse anyways. Oh, damn, this warehouse looks nasty as hell. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food, clothes, to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Did you find something? Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually...
Last night I saw you here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. Wait, really? This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Jeez, she went into the girls' locker room right at night in order to exercise without anybody knowing. The strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said Chihiro was carrying, which would mean the killer would have to gotten rid of it somehow. What else do I need? Oh, I gotta go talk to fucking Hina again? Are you serious? What the fuck could Hina have to offer? Whatever. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created, our outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? She was a little bit strange, but didn't really hang out with other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you guys invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yup, it's true. And it wasn't just us. It was just like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex? But totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she's used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Oh, trial time? Ooh. I love trials. I have to watch a dude get murdered, but you know, whatever.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Plunge.
It's the
Like
moment
plunger.
you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Man, I can't wait to see us in our elevator picture. But it's smaller this time. So, everybody read so what? My blinds, are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. Toko is. You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trials this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. He reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, and he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So not everyone is here, right? Okay then, hustle into the elevator and let's get to Sean's Road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fusasaki, she was so gentle, so calm, so meek, nobody had any problem with her. Okay, no, cause it had to be Toko. Cause she's obviously Genocide Jack, that's where it's going. I was just... It can't be Byakuya, cause how would he get into the... Fuck, how would he get into the girls' locker room if he wasn't a girl? You can't loan your handbooks to other people. He put that rule in. And he's a boy. So I think Toko, as Genocide Jack, got the extension cord, bashed her head and got the extension cord, tied her up. I think that's what happened. Someone's standing right here? But it's you though. Go yeah if you're the murderer. Alright, it's enough proof for me. We have no choice, right? We have to do
It's
this.
true.
Yes. I have a small nod in reply, which one last deep breath I walk towards the elevator in shaky legs. With each step forward, I can feel my heart standing to race faster and starting to, oh my fucking god. And as soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. See, look, there's no Leon, no Chihiro, no Sayaka, no Junko. Right, and now we're just a fewer bunch of students. As I went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, came to a sudden stop. Well, as you were saying, I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Goods, you're raring to go. Got to say, I don't hate this, not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. So the current, okay, and he's just gonna say the deadly shit again. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do all that. I don't have any other skill besides these skills. So geez, I guess I'm finished. How do I turn it on auto?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
That is how it was last time.
Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First we have to make it clear what was used to do. The dumbbell. We're not this stupid. Don't tell me we're this stupid. Do not tell me we're this stupid. It was the dumbbell. It was clear the dumbbell. If you looked at the fucking scene for 1 minute, it was the fucking dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
It was a head wound, yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, it was a dumbbell.
No, it's wrong.
Come on, bro. Gotta do better than this. Come on.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Fuck me, dude. Oh, did I click not at all? Oh, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what I'm doing.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
You can eliminate white noise with your silence library targeting. your terminal. Start a weak spot and then hold down the triangle. You can use the weak spot as a temporary truth bullet. Flashback. Oh.
I'm short. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of I don't know who that
I think Byakuya showed me in the archive. One look at it and anyone would be convinced. It shows that this is the work of Genocide Jack.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Case closed. Why?
What? Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, the case file actually. What was the fucking point of the non-stop debate thing? If there's no non-stop debate thing to fucking worry about.
One reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
So I don't know where we're saying
it's
he
some
though.
kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
Obviously.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing?
The why of it is probably
because now she's like more interesting.
So let's forget about that for now.
But she's gonna die anyways.
More
so
importantly,
it's not.
it outlines all the specifics
really
of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written
He's
at
not
the
a
scene
boy.
of every
2,
murder.
he's a girl. And 3, and most importantly, he's a girl. That
No. It's actually bloodlust.
That's what my friend was referencing when fucking Hifumi said boob lust.
And it's something that has never been made public.
Oh my god.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Me? I don't wanna. The other characteristics of any Genocide Jack case, which in the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it!
I got it!
In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Okay.
Genocide Jack's true identity.
How do you know, though? I'm learning something. I feel like, no, this game's too fucking dumb. The people in this game are too fucking dumb to realize that.
Hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Man, I feel like I understand it. Needs Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not be Toko. The answer to that is just one person, but multiple people, right? Like fucking this DID or whatever the fuck. Oh, it's Schizo. Oh no, I need a Z.
Now I understand.
Fucking Schizo. That's not what Schizo is,
Genocide
though.
Jack has a
That's not what Schizo means, though.
Huh?
Schizo's like when you're seeing
I think
people.
I read that somewhere in the file too.
Like hearing voices.
They thought
That's
that the
not
suspect
multiple.
might have.
That's not DID.
What did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
This is so fucking clear. This is just such a clear case.
She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
This is so open and shut. This is like the last trial where they fucking wrote the killer's name. I'm supposed to be reading this. What? Yeah, you're front and back, top inning and bottom, the sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Damn.
I tried! I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Togo's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but the next second... Ugh.
Hello there!
What's up with the tongue, bro? Get your tongue back in your mouth. Venom-ass tongue.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever.
Big ass tongue, bro. Put that back. Why you look so weird? Why your eyes look weird?
Or better yet, let's go
Put your tongue,
genocide
put your tongue away, damn.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get more details about all of this.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Is it when he said the modus operandi or whatever the fuck.
Perhaps if you had
When you compare your
The modus operandi matches.
Okay. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Stop, guys. You know I'm a genius. Stop playing with me, Reggie. You know I have full core vision.
Exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Stop playing with me, Reggie. You know I have full core vision.
Between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
I actually don't know how it's different.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
I mean, the scissors.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that, in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The difference between the murders and the photos from the look at the neck and stomach. Injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
What?
That's right.
It's the scissors.
In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related how she was suspended. In the photo of the other Genocide Jack, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. What, suspended her?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences.
Big Mac?
Wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Big Mac.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Big Mac is actually crazy, bro.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
They were people, Japanese.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is it because Chihiro's a girl?
Shoot! I got it!
Oh.
Is
That's
it
so
because
stupid. Whatever.
Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
It's so stupid.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Oh, they were all guys.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors!
You don't even have the scissors. We're in this killing game. We came in with nothing. You don't even have your scissors.
You used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
Oh, there's scissors in this one. Yeah, no, she...
Don't just use any scissors!
Yeah.
I only use my own set of high-class
And you don't have those. That doesn't...
scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, do you actually have some on you? Why do you let those in? I answered my own question. This is Monokuma. He's doing anything to kill.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
That's a hard-ass picture, I'm not even gonna lie.
To dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side! Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you!
Yeah.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. Probably out of the question anyway!
So it is Byakuya. Cord, he was leading me to everything, pointing it towards Genocide Jack.
Right? And
I just don't know how he got into the girls' locker room. And...
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
There is one person who could have copied Genocide Jack. Yeah, he's the only one who knows. Yeah, it's Byakuya. Byakuya, you fucking asshole. You fucking killed her.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus,
Byakuya, you're
already
stupid.
Looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Yes.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Yeah, he wanted to investigate with me, and then he is so... How do you get into the girls' locker room? That still doesn't make any sense.
I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Bro thinks this again. I'm gonna kill you, dude.
Now, where you were acting right before we discovered the
He knew where the body fucking god. Oh my fucking god, it's Byakuya. Oh my god, it's fucking Byakuya. Why would you say to go into the girls' bathroom if you
wanted
didn't,
to go to the
if you
girls'
knew,
locker room right
unless you
away,
knew that
right?
the body was in the girls'
Since you're a
bathroom?
guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Yes.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why
But how'd you know it was Chihiro?
Locker room.
But why'd you know it was Chihiro?
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
But why'd you want to go check the locker
on the
room?
contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Because how would you know if it was Chihiro? Make it clear to everyone? Is this a non-stop? Add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you will memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature how many times you want. If you don't seem to have an answer to lie or contradict in your loaded bullets, it might be wise to memorize the different weak spots and then use that to make your case. Then this is the best time. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, don't you? In this case, though, I'd say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then good luck, have fun. Okay. It's you, Byakuya. How would you know that it was Chihiro? If you didn't kill Chihiro?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But
Yes.
he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro. So, of course, I would suggest
We checked, but there was no time. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, we have the
So, you
victim.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we
Fuck.
found the body.
Shoot!
Shit.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
But he was acting. If you're presented with the opportunity, that's unnatural.
the victim was Chihiro.
No,
Let's go.
it's wrong.
W.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. He's playing mind games, bro. He's playing. I got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to. It has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Kyoko.
We just talked about the differences between this
Kyoko.
case and past genocide Jack incidents.
Kyoko. If you
The
know,
proof you're looking for
how about you
is hidden in
say it?
there.
How about you say what you're
Oh.
thinking?
Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Difference between this case and the other genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden right now. What could it be? I don't know. the extension cord! The extension cord!
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my bare and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Oh, could be out of one of those.
That's right. It absolutely. Then there must be something very.
Hey, Byakuya. Wait, I've never seen that rope before.
I mean, yes, you have.
No,
It's your own
it's wrong.
extension cord. Get the fuck out of here.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Dude, I caught you. I caught you. I caught you. I caught you. I caught you.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time?
Why'd you make...
Went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's what I'm saying.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yeah. So calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
Oh, now I don't even think Byakuya's the killer because we keep on doing this back and forth. And we just had a fucking brain blast about how it isn't.
Totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Why isn't my auto on? Can we really just accept that Byakuya said the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
Oh, cause the
But are you sure
the poster
about that?
and the carpet.
Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
But how did Chihiro get into the boys? This is...
What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did you just take your... Did I just take you off guard? The story suddenly moved to the crime scene Byakuya, who'd been copping up until now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
She could have been killed in the boys' locker.
Come on, Makoto.
She was killed in the boys' locker room.
If there's any chance
because
the murder took
she had
place somewhere
they
else,
switched the posters in the carpet. Because the poster in the carpet had blood on them, so this was in the boys' locker room. The posters in the laundromat.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
You're probably right, Genocide Jill.
The boys' locker room had A poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boy's locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Then how did Chihiro get into the boys'
I noticed about the
locker
rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
How did they get anywhere?
To my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
As soon as it scrubbed away, it was switched.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
That's what I'm asking. Because she's a girl.
To get into the locker rooms,
yeah,
you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Yeah, that's what's true.
Bro, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, is Hiro actually gonna do something?
I doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Chihiro really got into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken e-handbook?
Is it really possible?
Oh, the one in the main hall.
Could gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
She was the ultimate. I'm sure there would have been no...
No, I don't think she used the thing that...
Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Leon's handbook was broken.
It's wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Hey, he knows when he's wrong.
Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya!
What no. That it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it, really? I don't think that's it though. But I still don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Oh my, if you know something.
I think you're on the right track.
If you know something, just say it.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Oh, we're just going out?
What is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before we even knew what was happening, the class trial has been put on hold. We headed off to where Kyoko and Lily and where she took us was. Now back to the crime scene.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Exactly, bro.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Sakura's basically a man. What are you talking about?
It's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl
Sakura's a G, bro.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura's so like nonchalant and chill, bro. Like,
what is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Genocide Jill, you're funny as shit.
Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro.
I think Genocide Jill gave Toko's character, like, made Toko actually likable.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What are you freaking out about?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What?
This girl is...
Is what?
Is a boy!
Oh.
I see. So, she was actually a...
Oh.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this
fact.
What?
Well...
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
That's a little interesting.
It's really true?
Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I was really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
That's like... Huh.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
That's how
now
Chihiro
let's
got
ride
into
this wave
the
of excitement
boys'
back to the
locker room,
courtroom
but how
and
did they get into the girls'
trial?
Oh, because they used Junko or Sayaka's handbook.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume
This
the
is
class
making
trial.
too much
We've
sense.
all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
That's like... Yeah, no.
And because the
I
victim
didn't
was
expect
male,
them to
he would
put
have had
trans
no
rights in here.
problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So
Well,
then,
geez,
there should be
Monokuma.
no issue with Makoto's initial
Not
assertion.
progressive at all. What the hell?
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
This is true.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
So it's a boy then,
I
and
still
not a girl.
don't understand
so
the
that
motive
clears
for moving the
Taka,
body,
like,
but yes, that
completely.
does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
But then it's
Okay,
not you
well,
then.
Connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Wait, no.
Very interesting.
Because
This
he's
has
just
become
as shocked
very
as we were
interesting
to find out that he was a boy.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's
Well,
the
now
killer?
that you guys are pointing me in a different direction, that Byakuya
Well,
isn't the killer.
without
no,
a
I
doubt,
don't think.
Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Kira, bro, I love you.
No,
But he didn't do
I'm
it.
with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
See, you're just a nonchalant guy, bro.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
He's just cool, man.
Let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
He knows he's not smart, and he knows he can't contribute a lot to trials. So he just goes with everybody else.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
He just goes with everybody else, man. He doesn't want to be the main character, he just wants to be a background character that goes with the motion, man. That's why fucking the hero's so chill, bro. He was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means he was a guy. Because it was in the guy's locker room. Boy's locker room, you need a dead body to get in. Since his handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use her own. In other words, it has to be a guy. That's still not enough, I need to find more clues.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to... Well, did nobody get... I'm sure someone saw the kid. Perhaps someone saw the victim at some...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Fuck me.
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue? Well, did nobody get... I'm sure someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the killer? And only...
No, Celeste saw Shigera.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I better get going. I'm in kind of a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Is it Mondo?
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh my god, it might be Mondo. Oh my god, it might actually be Mondo.
The point is,
oh my god, it might actually be Mondo.
The culprit, right?
Because Mondo, because he trusted Mondo, because he said like promise as a man.
But knowing what we know,
it might be Mondo.
I can't even guess.
It might be Mondo.
No.
It might be
you
Mondo.
You already have what you need to make the connection.
It might be Mondo. It might actually be Mondo.
Huh? You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it?
It might be
Who's
it might be Mondo. It might be Mondo.
In
it might
fact,
be Mondo.
The track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
It might be Mondo. It might be Mondo. It might be
Focus
Mondo.
on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for
it.
him.
It actually might be Mondo.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Oh my god. It might actually be Mondo.
You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Oh my god.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Because he just
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Tracker really holds some clue about the killer? So now it's really hard to believe. Dude, did Mondo, like, legitimately do this? Did Mondo legitimately do this? No, this is actually insane.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go.
So next we have, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the cop.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause he decides he's...
I have a white tracksuit. I got it from the warehouse.
Did any of that really help us get it?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
That's right. What he just said that was really odd. How do you know something like that? How do you know if the tracksuit was blue? How do you know if the
He was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, this?
I got it!
Well, how did you know the tracksuit was blue?
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue...
How'd you know?
no, it's wrong.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Mondo did this?
What'd I say?
Mondo killed?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
What? Yes, she never said it was blue. She never said it was blue. She never said it was blue.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh my fucking god.
So why did you say
my fucking god.
Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Oh my fucking god.
You just...
Oh my fucking god.
Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Dude, Mondo.
Then the only
Mondo, what the
could have
fuck?
known what color the tracksuit
What the actual
was.
fuck, Mondo? That's... Dude.
Because he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it?
Dude.
Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Mondo. Mondo, what the fuck?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
He was carrying the tracksuit in the duffel bag, idiot.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket in your bag in a hurry. It was almost like he was trying to hide it. Oh my god.
when Celeste
It was
noticed
Mondo.
it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah,
Kyoko,
now I understand. It was all one big bluff,
Kyoko, what the
wasn't it?
fuck,
Your
bro?
true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about
Why
him
didn't you
from
say
the very
something?
beginning.
But why?
Get the fuck out of here.
What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that took. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively
She's a
frightful.
detective, is what she is. Ultimate
No,
question mark, question mark, question
I'm
mark?
not
No,
the
she's
frightful
just the
one.
fucking detective.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
That's like... Mondo, why would you do that, though?
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really...
Like, you literally said that you would make her stop crying as a man's promise, and then you just
I
kill
didn't
her,
kill
bro.
anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Mondo actually
He
did
would
it.
never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Aw, nah, I forgot they were
It's true.
bros.
My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
It's literally Mondo.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck are you
that
talking
reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
So I scooped it up.
Found on the ground. Then it must belong to Chihiro's, because Chihiro's was lost.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Leon got beat with a bunch of baseballs.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for cushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
Then how did Leon's break?
I flippin' knew it!
Friction?
Knew it?
No.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed.
Oh my god, him and Mondo and Taka were in the sauna fighting. Mondo and Taka were in the sauna fighting. Mondo and Taka were in the sauna fighting.
Into the sauna,
and he broke his
weakness.
That's not Leon's. He has Leon's. He has Leon's.
They'd realize
he has Leon's handbook.
Oh my fucking god. And it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo!
I don't know of anyone who
He was fully clothed! He was fully clothed in the sauna!
I might know someone who did.
Mondo!
Whoa! Seriously?
How is that an actual...
The one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It was Mondo. Mondo!
Here's my answer.
He took this.
Mondo, your
my
handbook
fucking
got
god.
broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Oh my fucking
and
god.
when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No. I don't want to believe you either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What did you see? What? I don't remember any of this.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
He's a biker gang. What do you mean he wouldn't hurt a fly? He's hurt people. He's openly admitted that he hurt people.
If what he said you broke your own. In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that—
Well, my goddamn handbook works—
No, that's wrong!
He would hurt a fly. What are you talking? He's a biker gang. He's
Mondo,
killed people.
The handbook you have right
Probably.
now. Is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Bro, we already went over this.
Well, here's how I look. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. But if they're dead, they're not a student.
That's fucked up.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Are we doing the closing argument? So, she's in the thing, she runs into Celeste, she's like, oh, and Celeste's like, well, hello, and then she's like, what's that in your bag? And he's like, oh, no, nothing. And he runs off. And then we're in the locker room, and he swipes his card to get in. He walks into the boys. And then there Mondo is, he's like, yo, what's up? We're gonna train today. And he's like, oh my gosh, thank you. And man, I've just been really worried about today. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you with this dumbbell. And she's like, what? And then, whoosh, and kills him. And then blood splatters everywhere. And he drops it, he's like, oh my god. So he has to get rid of everything. He's like, yeah, you take down the posters. He's like, oh, we're gonna go into the girls' room. And there, he puts everything back together. He's like, oh man, jeez Louise. And then Byakuya, this dumbass, walks in with the extension cord, fucking asshole. And he ties her up, and he writes bloodlust on the wall. And then Mondo goes to the sauna, and then he throws the thing in the sauna.
Here's exactly what happened! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So,
I can't trust Byakuya with shit, bro. Oh my god.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Mondo, what the fuck, dude?
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Sure. Let's talk about a little bit more about Fever Time and Nega Time. During a battle, if you press the R1 button, Fever Time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push X triangle, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it won't be fair if only you got to access the special time, right? We've also prepared something called Nega Time. So your opponent can use. If your opponent activates it during the full-time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm not sure that would happen. I don't know what I'm most worried about. So presently, action difficulty is set to gentle. The opponent won't have Nega Time. Well then, good luck, have fun. I think... So, yeah, you won't have Nega Time. Alright. And get fucked. I like it when things become easier to me.
You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! You're corrupt!
I'm not corrupt.
Show me some evidence!
You've known Mondo for like... what, like a week now? And you've been bros for like... a day.
I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you!
You're done, buddy.
Show me—
This should prove it!
You're done, buddy.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Oh, he's just admitting it. Alright.
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Well. A's across the board, buddy. I want those Monokuma coins.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What? Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote is not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You'll need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is
Why
this?
are you apologizing? Why? Why'd you do it?
Now then.
Well, looks like Mondo taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murders this time is a sad story, I swear. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't want to hear it, you can hit the Neka. Anyways, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fuzisaki. He had extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strengths. He was so weak, even though you're a boy. He has things like this as long as he could— Okay, so I was right. In the Eden's Garden video, he just got bullied and became a girl. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into the weakness, on the fragile form of a petite woman. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. Listen to how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell. The inferiority complex has already taken root deep inside of him, and was not easily weeded out. Then as it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game has begun, he as a school, he had no choice but to accept the fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And since the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to indulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. Even if that was revealed, it would have been the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into a dilemma much sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become stronger, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threats of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when somebody says, even though you're a boy, yeah, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought in front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, the day he made the commitment to begin exercise, he was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, such would be the first and only chance he'd get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask someone for help. But he just wanted to tell the person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to?
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, sure was. The Pikey Gang fella has been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mono, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strong man that Chihiro always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo. Why does it say Chihiro if this is Monokuma speaking? Whatever. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that. So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. And what'd he do? I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wait, did that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that's the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep his promise he made Chihiro, who'd he also kill. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it all, after all. It's the possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on that subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory and the secret that he didn't want anyone to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed— no, shut up. He killed his own brother. That's insane work, dude. Monzo's the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because a certain someone. Mondo's other brother named Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he intimidated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid's brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had to put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, as the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he could take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hand. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just
gotta get stronger than Daya. That one time, no matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. It's one of the nights of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony. Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. Suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. Fucked up. Sorry." Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. "Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was never going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and killed him, and he got himself killed. Now that to become the explanation for what happened, Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell any kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. Instance a lovely and hateful Monokuma announced, revealing the embarrassing secrets. At that point it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secrets. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I can't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, My head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think, say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jeez, kept your secret all this time, right? You couldn't have found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secrets Monokumas might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. He was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I am strong. You're fucking with me right now?
No!
No, I'm not making fun of you. You are strong, Mondo. Felt like I could hear something starting to crack. Something in my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was staring at him down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
He's normally so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret? A weakness like that lived in a heart like his? And turned him cold-blooded? God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret of the past for a memory. For that he killed another living human in cold blood. He could cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see Pope anywhere in there? Cause I hope you don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say it again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is that what you want to say? But unfortunately, I can't do that right now because it's time for punishing. It's fast approaching. Punishing?
Kid me.
You beat execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blacken that disturbs the peace we can punish.
Ridiculous!
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Mondo. Bro. You kidding me? What does the carnival have to do with being a bike rider? Like, I get the bike, but what's the carnival have to do with anything? How is this supposed to kill somebody? He's just gonna spin around in the ball, bro. Oh, it's accelerating. Oh. Are you frying him? Is he just getting electrocuted to death? He's not even on the bike anymore! What the fuck? Did you teleport him? He made him into butter? And he put it on his pancakes? Dog, what? Laugh at death, and your soul would be forever at peace. It can't be! My brother! Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Dude, Taka's tweaking, bro. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This was the end of the game. Byakuya.
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because it's a game of life or death. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice is calm, emotionless, like one of the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. The rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming into the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and I saw the corpse. What? Wait, you mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't even have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if I'd been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what's a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning? Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. Thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing that Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that? To create a fake murder scene? But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who had actually done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it was shattered. Of course, Byakuya turned to look me in the eye. Feel the sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I know exactly who I have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that's your reason? Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Well, I'm up to next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, it's despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why I have to pick apart every stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. Then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how
As the noble son of a noble family, truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childless criminal like you. Just let me say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
It's so cool. It's like you're the main character of your own video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Tampa. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Fell across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the chase of Chihiro and Mondo, but I knew it wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more future than us. In all of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it admitted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway,
what the fuck?
Like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Did you talk about Sayaka? No, that girl hasn't killed yet.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster.
Who is he talking to?
And he's stopping it.
Who are you talking to, bro?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Is this one of us? They have to be alive, right? Who's it? Byakuya, me, Kyoko? It could be Kyoko. No, that'd be too obvious though. Aoi, Yasuhiro, Celeste, Taka, Hifumi. Damn.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
They were supposed to kill first?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all,
what?
That's what everyone wants to see.
Bro, what? There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student.
Ooh, my. You really took me by surprise there.
There's a 16th?
I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What? Bro, what is he talking about? Damn, only 10. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the thing-a-majigs. Hold up. I just want to make sure that I saved it. Do and load. Let's.
Danganronpa.
I just want to make sure I saved it. Yeah, okay. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. December 20th, we will be going back to Eden's Garden, because that's when the first chapter comes out. But, with that, I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Goodbye.